Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective in the building. I see the chat already going crazy. Texas fight, Texas right. Man, 31-12 victory over the Michigan Wolverines. I know the game was a few hours ago. I know I had my Bleacher Report stream and kept it nice and friendly and respectful. This is the celebration tour right now. This is where we come in, we talk our stuff, we kick back, as Cook and Co said. Wipe your feet, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to be a part of the chat. Nash, what's going on, man? I saw you already got every play, all the plays up and everything. Tej, yes, it's a good day to be a Longhorn. It's a great day to be a Longhorn. It's a great day to be a Texas fan. It was a remarkable morning. We went in there and whooped that ass, belt to ass, right? Whatever you want to say, Texas did it, right? And it's funny because so many of us picked Texas to win. I think collectively across the board, right? We all had maybe different variances of this game, but I've never seen a game of this importance and this magnitude where and it speaks to where we are as a program, where collectively the nerves just weren't crazy. It was we're going to win, but what's it going to look like, right? Um, it's we're going to win, but what is how does that play out? What do some of the players look like? So I'm on cloud nine. I'm excited. I got brother Trent coming in. Let me put my headphones on. 1 second, folks. Bringing Trent in. Trent, what's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. I am doing well. How are you? You had a watch party over there, right?
I did. Yeah, everyone just left just now, so sorry I'm a little bit late.
It's okay. You're
I
late,
told him.
but it's
I
all
told him,
good, man.
get the hell out of my house. I got to jump on.
It's time for us to have our party.
Hell yeah.
So let's see here. 31-12, Tran. We have not spoken
Nope.
at all
Nope.
about the outcome of this game. We did not text. We kept it, very we were in our own spaces and wanted to be really experienced this as true fans where we were. So I can't wait to hear from you, man. Just off rip, man. Because I talked on Bleacher Report earlier, so some of y'all know where I'm coming from, and I'll restate it again. But Tran, please dive in, bro.
So the first thing that people who are not fans of Texas are going to say is that that's not a good team. Texas lucked out. They faced them. No, I felt like we matched up very well with them. Even last year, I think that they were a better matchup for us than Washington, to tell you the truth. I just think we're a really good team. We almost walked into there and shut them out, kept them out of the end zone. I mean, they needed us to have a couple of our third string players in there. Look, they don't let this be fool's gold. That Michigan defense is a very good defense. It's a very good defense. I'm not even touching on their offense right now because their offense is a work in progress. It is. It's not a great offense, but defensively they're very good, and we were able to do whatever we wanted with that defense. Legitimately, whatever. It could have been worse than 31-30. What we hit 31, right? 31-6.
Yeah, we hit 31-12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those idiot podcasters that said that all they need
Texas
to do is
wasn't
score
scoring
14.
more than 10.
Yeah, y'all need to recognize. Like, I get what you're doing. You're trying to get a bunch of clicks to it, which hats off to you did. But that just basically tell me you don't watch football without telling me you don't watch football.
Well, that's one thing we kind of said to last week was the tape don't lie.
Yeah.
It was, and there's a balance, right? There's a balance of, okay, week one, what do you take away? That's not best effort. But also, like, I've always said this, if you're struggling to execute your base stuff, if you're struggling to execute your bread and butter stuff, that's a red flag, right? If you're struggling to corral people in space, keep up with guys in space. I told you guys the theme of this week was space, speed, guys laterally, right? I want to say thank you to the super chat here, real quick, Bo. Longhorn edit, dog walk, Michigan. I love the amount. Burn orange in the stands. Mukuba is legit with how fast he recognizes plays. That's an example of what I'm talking about because the speed on Texas is crazy on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Mukuba he's a fast football player, yes, but you play fast when you know it, instinctual, and you know what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to diagnose stuff rapidly, right? Michael Taft can diagnose stuff rapidly. Derek Williams had a great game today.
Mm-hmm.
Being a ball hawk. Jade Barron can diagnose things rapidly. So you have a bunch of dudes out there, not only that are fast athletes, but they are playing and they're seeing it fast, right? There's everything lateral. Michigan, the only productive stuff they really had was either the quarterback running all the way to the sideline where he dodged a few tackles and then threw the ball back in the middle of the field, or some of the run stuff up the middle, which we kind of cleaned up throughout. So how can you not be encouraged when you look at all the boxes you need to check of a true national title contender, right? Roster, depth, explosiveness, good quarterback play, good coaching, special teams, depth on depth on depth. Texas is checking every one of those boxes, and now they get a great resume win for now, right? I know the haters have already come out and said, well, this looks like a 6-6 Michigan team and all this type of stuff. Look, we can only play the people that are out, in front of us.
They're the same people that were also saying, "Oh, I can't." They did that to Colorado State. I can't wait till they get dog walked by Michigan in Michigan. We're gonna learn a lot about them then. It's like, take your glasses off. Take your hypocrite glasses off, because guess what? This is a good team. Like, if this was any other team that I was watching, I'd be like, that's a damn good team. I had a Michigan fan over at my house, and he beforehand he was like, we're still the champs, but now he's like, we lost to a good team on the second week of the year. It's like, that's what's so great about games like this, is that you can learn a lot about Michigan from this point on for the rest of the year. It's like, because this is not going to hurt them. If they win out, they're still in the playoffs. 100%.
Yeah, win the Big Ten. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we'll see what's going to happen. But the fact of the matter is, we went on the road to an environment who are the defending national champs, and we dominated from the snap. They said the same thing about Alabama last year. Oh, they played Alabama week 2 where they're not really Alabama and things like. Cut that out. Cut that noise out. Give credit where credit's due.
Well, that's hater talk, right? If Michigan turns out to not have the greatest season, then they'll depower the win. Mm-hmm. If Michigan turns out to go on and win double-digit games and they're way better, then it'll be, oh, you played in week 2, right? Like, we can't. I'm not concerning myself with that, because one thing that you and I took away from last week was, regardless of Colorado State being on the field or not, we both said this Texas team is flying. They look different. Like, I don't care about. I know what good football looks like.
You don't have to be a fan of our team, but you could respect the fact that we built a good team. Someone just said that Notre Dame lost, so that's
they lost.
Yeah, they were. They were. Dang, man. They were up 13 to 14.
Let's. I see it's 30 seconds left. Northern Illinois is up 16-14.
and I think it's
they have the
Northern
ball.
Illinois ball. Yeah, I think it's Northern Illinois ball.
Yikes, Marcus. That's another Marshall type situation. But hey, we're here to talk Texas. I don't give a shit about Notre Dame right now. I will say this though. Let me give a quick shout out to our sponsor.
Sorry.
While you guys are coming in here and addressing the chat, shout out to Autograph. Make sure you guys go download the Autograph app if you want to follow the number 3 team in the country that is fast and rising. Go on there on Autograph. Texas Longhorn fans, Fanatic24 helps out this channel as well. It's a free app to use on the App Store as well as Google Play Store. Get rewarded for your fandom. They had tickets today that I saw on there. They have true fan pricing. Tickets that were this week that were $100 or $150 that you could have gone to the Michigan game if you were in town. And they'll continue to have them for UTSA, ULM, Mississippi State. And that is on top of offerings that they'll have for people that accumulate a bunch of loyalty points on the site, whether it's listening to a podcast, reading an article, or watching a YouTube video of your team. So be on there. There's a chat community coming, other cool features coming on there. Founded by Tom Brady, proud Michigan Wolverine, who we beat up on today. Excited to had to add that piece in there, we spoken on that Michigan pack today, right? Am I right, chat?
That was funny.
We've spoken on that Michigan pack. Look, Loveland is an NFL tight end, but he fumbled because that Texas speed on defense, people were flying, and that's what happens when you start trying to either do too much or you start hearing footsteps. That's why I'm saying intimidation. Texas has an intimidation factor. We were really good last year, but I don't know how intimidating we were because we weren't always executing. Today, Tran, outside of the offensive line false start penalties that really Cam Williams was having.
It was Cam Williams. Cam Williams was.
But outside of that, because when he was blocking, he was being a dog out there. He just had trouble holding his water. He was a little fired up. That's fixable. Outside of that, they were pretty much flawless, other than fighting the zebras on the first touchdown that they took away from us, which I thought Cam had his hands inside and he was pancaking the dude. And Benny's an NFL player.
To me, in a way, like at the time, I was really upset because I was like, man, if we get down to the goal line, we need to score. And I was that was just my mindset. It was just like, hey, we get that close, we can't just give away points. But in a way, I'm happily encouraged by that because they didn't just like falter. If that makes sense, what I'm saying is like they didn't just they
mental toughness.
Yeah, they gained a ton of mental toughness over the offseason because back a couple of years, we start getting into a field goal contest over and over again, and we can't punch it in. Next drive down the field, Ewers led us all the way down and scored a touchdown and punched it right in. So that was encouraging.
We're going to talk a lot about Quinn on this stream and this chat, and I'm going to get to the super chats here in a second. But I want to emphasize something here. It is really funny hearing Michigan fans say, sit back and let Quinn beat us and all this type of stuff. We're going to stop the run and we're going to make Quinn beat us. When you don't have a damn quarterback yourself, worry about your situation first, right? Like,
our backup quarterback is better.
Don't talk to me about, I need to see Quinn Ewers. We got to make Quinn Ewers beat us when you literally don't have a guy. Like, worry about your situation first. That's all I got to say. Because my guy made his first Heisman stake today, okay? He went in there from the opening drive and was calm, was poised. And to me, the best. This is the best footwork I've seen from Quinn since he's been a Texas quarterback. The way he navigated the pocket, the way he would step up, his feet were patient, calm. The boy is gifted as a thrower. We already know. That's why he was recruited what he was. But the fundamentals and the mental have now caught up.
The confidence is caught up with him now. I mean, he's always had confidence, but like the confidence that Sark has in him and the confidence he has in the system has caught up with him. You're absolutely right. And one of the other things is, if anyone, like, I remember reading at the beginning of the season that, they have a broken locker room because some people want to follow Arch, some people want to follow Quinn. Watch it when there's a cheap shot on him. What happened? We took a penalty, and if I'm a coach, I'm taking a penalty all day long. I think it was offsetting, to tell you the truth, but still, if your offensive line is not protecting your quarterback like that after someone takes a cheap shot, you don't want that offensive line.
I agree. And Tran, one thing I brought up on the Bleacher Report stream was I brought up that exact play, and it's a night and day difference to Hudson Card being on the ground in Arkansas and nobody picking him up. And that was a representation not of Hudson Card, but of the culture. Of the program. Right? Like them knowing, like, dude, our leaders on the ground, we need to go do something. I remember Hudson Card down in West Virginia game, and they didn't, it's like one guy, I think it was only Tope that went to go pick him up. Now you got Jake Majors and them pulled up on site, right? Like, we aren't having it, right? Like, at all. So I just, I'm really proud of this football team. I thought they handled business. They have now shown me that when they lock in preparation wise, like Bama last year, like Michigan this year, they can be a juggernaut. And that's what I would like to see later in the season before OU, especially since we have a bye week before that game. They need to get the same energy that we give to Michigan and Bama and those. No more too cool for school type stuff, right? When you lock in, they were locked in today. Locked in. You cannot be not locked in going against, and I agree with you 100%, Tran, about how good that Michigan defense is. They scored every single time in the first half. They didn't punt until the third quarter. And that's when, it's more of a clock game.
Yeah, we were just trying to shorten the game. We were just trying to shorten the game. So
thank you for the super chat, by the way.
Did you just disrespect UTSA like going into the bye week?
No, I said, yeah, but we do have a bye week before OU.
Oh, before OU. I thought you were talking about next week.
No. I said later in the season. Even though UTA is getting their ass kicked right now by Texas State.
They get dropped.
Yeah, they're getting their ass kicked right now. So, I mean, that might be a non-factor. I mean, it doesn't matter. For a team like this, it's more health and
one of the things that I got from you was you brought up the word juggernaut, which is absolutely great to hear, because one of the things I was talking about with the people at my party is like, we want to get to that level where if 11 people leave the program, starters leave the program, there's not any fall off. And what you saw when our developmental players come in, there was very little drop off. Colin Simmons ragdolled a grown ass right tackle. Like, I know he's a 5-star, but he's still a kid. 3-4 months ago, he was at senior prom. It's the truth.
Right, true.
Our defensive backs, they're covering great in space, and when the people catch the ball, they're attacking the player and the ball. I haven't seen that in years here. And like I said, it's like we have depth at every position.
Sark said something. He doesn't tell lies when he talks, by the way. He really doesn't.
Well, I said that when he first got hired. You remember what I always pointed out was like, he as a coach said that we're not a championship team right now. Like immediately said that. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead. He doesn't tell lies.
So this week he made a comment. I don't know how many people remember that in some of the pregame talk, but in his presser he said it's really hard to tell the difference between our ones and twos, and I mean that in the most complimentary sense. Like, there's, to your point, like he literally said that. I mean, think about, your starting safeties, right? For example, Andre Mukuba, Michael Taft. Andre Mukuba, by the way, sidebar. NFL draft stock went up today. Everything that we said of why we needed him to come home back to Austin from Clemson and get right, money well spent in NIL, great decision on his part. That's paying. That's an immediate payoff. But when you go from Mukuba and Taft to, let's say, Derek Williams and Jelani McDonald, they're flying, right? Like Derek Williams got turnovers today, and he's flying to the ball, making plays on the ball. There's almost no difference between. It's like we have two Jade Barons out there now with the way Jalen Gilbo's playing in the star position and the speed. Did you see him walk down people today in the open field? People that were catching drag routes, thinking they could turn up field. They didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage because he's walking them down. And no, I did not hear Will Johnson's name called today. I want to give one more shout out, Tran. Gunnar Helm.
Oh, yeah.
Who we had a video earlier, I think it was a live we did about the most important players for the season. And I kept telling y'all, tight end in Sark's offense has always been crucial, right? And Gunnar Helm was waiting patiently behind Jatavian. Gunnar Helm was recruited to be a receiving tight end his own self. He was never like a blocking. His body, I know people look at his body and they think, oh, that's a block. No, he's a receiving tight end. He's been waiting, and I told y'all, with the experience he has and his skill set, this is going to be and he's going to break out in what? Big games. In big games, because that's a matchup advantage. He was beat. Those linebackers couldn't cover him. And he knows how to use his body, and he's smart, and he knows how to work into space. I thought all of our pass catchers worked beautifully into space within their zones, where they were able to sit down, consistently be in the right spot, and then catch the ball through contact, starting with Isaiah Bond on the very first drive. So I want to give shout out to
the third and 13.
3rd and 13 to start the game. That set the tone.
Yeah, man, it was a really good game. The one things that you have to look from it is like what you can learn from it. I think they're gonna fine tune stuff with like the little grabbing penalties for Cam Williams. Like that was probably the negative in my eyes.
He didn't hold that guy though. Which one? The penalty that got called back for a touchdown was 1,000% not a hold.
Yeah, I know.
There's like, because I'm only saying that because if I'm watching the tape, I don't know what even to correct there.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't maul him. Right?
Don't do what you're supposed to do.
I don't want to ever tell a guy who's intense not to be as intense.
You're right.
Gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. Now the other stuff is correctable.
The discipline on snaps. Yeah, I do think that their crowd had a lot to do with it. Their crowd. I mean that. Just seeing the pictures of I wish that I went out there. Like I had the opportunity to go out there, but I'm not made of money, so I didn't fly out there and just do it. But it, like, the campus looks beautiful. The way that the stadium, everyone says that the noise goes up and it doesn't go down, so it's not that big of a home field advantage. But 110,000 people, there's got to be some type of hearing issue especially with your line. Trying to go off the counts.
So I want to acknowledge this super chat here, Tran. First of all, Jordan S., thank you. You've always been very supportive of the channel. And sorry to get to this. We're so excited. We're just going stream of consciousness right now. But $20 here. Haters are always going to hate. You're exactly right. I heard this same hater talk in 05, 08, and 09, and just let them talk their nonsense. Sat there waiting with my "It Told You So's." Feels greatest to be back here. It's been too long. Hook 'em.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for this and hook 'em.
It's truth.
Absolutely.
It's truth too.
No, Brother Nash is essential in our community for preparation with the game uploads. It's the most efficient way for us to watch it back, especially those of us who are not all the way in the know and have access to the all 22. That's all we got is Nash, right? Or else you're gonna have to sit there and be fast forwarding through commercials and all that good stuff. So,
Or hope YouTube has the top plays.
right, it's a yeoman's effort there for him. Absolutely. Quinn was poised today. And that's something that has started to become his thing in big games, is actually being settled for him. Everybody's different. Some people we need you to be turned. Some people we just need you to be centered because you're more of a guy that we just need to see your gifts play out naturally. That's the case with Quinn. And I think he leads in that sense of they were just sharp, just executing, making the right read, making the right decision, knowing when to kill a play, knowing when to put the ball out of bounds, knowing when the play is dead, knowing we have points. We're in the red zone. Let's go up 3 possessions. We didn't have any chicanery today, Tran, that I saw. So I was very, very pleased with that. Quentin, we did have the best tight end today. I was very complimentary of Loveland. Also, thank you for the super chat. I was very complimentary of Loveland, but Gunnar Helm was the best tight end on the field today. Totally agree with this. He said, "What? Oh yeah, I do feel bad for DeAndre Moore. We know he had a touchdown, and he's been blocking his butt off and doing a lot of work that is unseen on screens and whatnot, and he will be rewarded. If I'm Sark, I'm gonna get him some balls the next few weeks to get him. But he made a hell of a catch on that first play in the end zone. I wish he could have had a touchdown. John Tate Cook also had a big play that was negated as well, where he should have had a catch today. So that was a little tough. Mike Gosnell, thank you for the super chat, sir. Watching your old content from Texas has culture problem videos to now, what a difference a program building head coach makes, how far we have progressed. Amen. Tran, you agree with this, right?
Yeah. It's awesome to know, like, hard work does cause success. Like, hard work and focus does cause success, and because it's been a long time before we felt this way. I mean, last year it was the turning point, and 100%. But before that, it was like, oh, I hope we can get 8 wins this year.
I mean, it really was. I mean, and I think that's why some of us are even still a little uncomfortable saying that we're good, or saying like, hey, we're going to go into Michigan and win handily, right? And cover and no problem. Because of that trauma.
Don't
right?
be.
Like,
you have a good team.
You have a good team.
You have a good team. Like, and you know me, I'm the one who's always like I want to see it. I want to see it to believe it. But we have a good team.
Look, Senator in Texas, this is only the second victory lap today. Okay, and this is the first one officially on YouTube. I was just sharing the other one so y'all can see it. But thank you for the engagement, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
we will 100%. See you in October. I appreciate it, though. I thought Jake Majors had a good day today, by the way.
Yeah.
That play running when Jared Gibson scored and Jake Majors was looking for work and then ended up getting the DB up out of there. That was so symbolic of like, yo, we are physical. We are here. The offensive line just got turned. Like,
yeah, this 100% was a different offensive line than last week. This was a hey, offensive line, I'm focused now. I'm locked in.
The offensive line is a huge part of your culture. I mean, it's trenches. I mean, that's a big reason why Michigan won last year on both ends. And I think our defensive line's only going to get better throughout the season.
We're
I
deep.
don't think we're deep,
Yeah, we're
right?
deep.
And they're gonna find the right combos of guys that maybe Bill Norton and Lole shouldn't play next to each other. Maybe it should be Bill Norton and Alfred, or Bill Norton and Vernon, or something like that, or Savea and this person. Like, they're still searching for those things, but I think the pass rush is only going to get better. I mean, Trey Moore is going to get more comfortable. He's going to be playing his former team next week. You already mentioned Colin Simmons, who was the bright spot today. That just was just the loud talent that he is. I mean, by next season, he's going to be one of our signature players. It's like another Anthony Hill.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. When you recruit people that at that level that are already the best defensive players in the state, they already a whole brand. Like, Anthony Hill was already a whole brand coming out of Denton.
So speaking of Anthony Hill, the Michigan guy that was at my house, Anthony Hill chased down one of their running backs, and he goes, "That guy chased him down from behind. Is he? Who's that defensive back? Who's number 0?" I go, "Yeah, I hate to tell you, that's not a. You remember when I said we had speed? He's a linebacker." It just shocked his mind. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. One of the things that you and I have talked offline is like our 5 stars are playing like 5 stars, and it's
Say
great
it
to
again.
see.
Say it again.
I think the bright spot of our defense today was Mukuba. I think this was his actual coming out party for Texas. He had 2 pass breakups, an interception, and like three tackles. So, I mean, I thought he played great. Another interception.
Multiple fumbles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was great.
He had people shook out there. He was just immediate to the ball. Like, even the open field tackle that he had on Mullings, when he basically, I mean, it was not the decleater that you traditionally think of, but he did decleat Mullings. Do you guys realize Mullings is 240 pounds? Mullings on number 20 on Michigan.
Yeah, they're running. Oh, he's the bruiser.
He's 240 pounds. And Mukuba had that brother lifted.
Yep.
Okay. This is a different Texas, y'all.
So yeah, he was telling me the Michigan guy was like, "Hey, Mullins is the one that everyone in Michigan wants to be playing, like wants to be starting. Like, Edwards has that big game breakaway speed, but Mullins is the one who'll get you like those 4 yards of carry, like smash. So yeah, to see him lay the wood on him was great.
What's up, Stoker?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? This is one of our longtime friends here.
Screaming at us across the street. I'll never forget meeting him.
My man, this is one of our pre-Bosses Ranch guys in here, man. No, y'all definitely hit that like button. As we continue, look, I say we deserve a like and a follow just because we were here creating content when we were down bad, damn it. And if we were here, you talk about Big Ten, we were here giving y'all unfiltered opinions during Maryland when we lost to Maryland. Think about that, man. And your son, who's been on the last couple shows, was an infant upstairs crying.
Crying.
Who's now old enough to come on here and share Kool-Aid with Texas fans.
Let's be honest. I mean,
he was an infant.
He was an infant, but we held.
And some of y'all remember that baby crying in the Maryland video. That was Jordan. That's how long we've been here.
We legitimately used to hold a separate cell phone on a ladder when we shot it. Now look at Steven with his 4K camera already prepped up with everything.
Oh my God.
What is it? The glow up is beautiful.
Yo, Joseph Medina. So many names to talk about. This we're missing people. I know. Like, look. I want to say this. I did it briefly in Bleacher Report, but this is the time where we can expand. Tashard Choice, give him a raise. I don't know. I don't care if he just got a raise. Give him another
Give
raise.
him another one.
Get the guys. And look, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share the. You know what? Let me go ahead and share the. We're gonna go into the numbers too while we're talking. And I understand. Um, the running backs yards per carry and all that aren't like, um, you know, sexy per se. But it was the dirty yards, it was the situational conversions, it was Tran how they did it, right? That was what was important to me was how they did it. Let me bring this here. Okay, so Ryan Wingo technically leads us in rushing, but it was the catching the guys. We picked up a 3rd and 2 and didn't have to stress about it. Did you see that?
Yeah, and it wasn't with Gibson. It wasn't with Gibson. It was with Wisner. Wisner was the one who got that 3rd and 2, kept the drive going. Yeah, I mean it's not stats that are going to knock your socks off, but it was effective. It was very effective, and it kept the field balanced. That was the exact opposite with Michigan, is that they were not balanced. Their passing game, I don't know how many yards they had, maybe 130. I'm not even looking at it, but
They had 200.
no, they had 200. I guess it was in bullshit time. So it didn't feel
I
like
want
200.
to hold on, Trent. We have Chili in here, and he said, "See, this is some backhanded hate right
There
here.
it
This is
is. I
like
love it.
there it is. I love it because I've been waiting on this. First of all, what's up, Chili? I hope you and your family are doing well, brother. Second off, congrats on the win, fellas. But you guys will be humbled soon, just like Notre Dame. That SEC schedule is coming, brother. USC is coming. How about that, Chili? How about y'all win a season opener and then come talk to me, brother? How y'all lose 5 season openers in a row and you over here in my chat?
We don't even
If you're
need
gonna
to.
make a comment like this, Chili, you need to send me some money, okay?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
We don't even need to address that. I mean, honestly, it is what it is. I mean, how confident am I that we're gonna go 12-0? Not very confident at all, because there are going to be bumps and bruises along the way. But do I think we can compete with every single team in the nation? Yes.
Undoubtedly. Um, yeah, yeah. So these are just some of the defensive stats up here. I wanted to throw those up there because it was a crew of guys today that set the tone physically, and their stats aren't crazy jump off the page as a group because they got off the field, Tran. They limited possessions. We dominated. This is something you haven't heard a whole lot in the Steve Sarkisian era. Let's just be honest. Dominating time of possession. Texas just stayed with the football today, especially in the first half. And now part of that too is Michigan has terrible quarterback play, and the guy was missing people so badly at times that he couldn't just simply move the chains. But you knew Michigan was cooked when they started doing flea flickers on like the 3rd drive.
I thought it was
And they were like
I thought it was the first drive.
They had to go deep in the bag. No, it was like the 2nd or 3rd drive they did it, but like they had to go deep in the bag just to get a 50-something yard field goal. That tells me everything I need to know. And that tells the sideline everything they need to know. It's like, damn, they're already digging that deep in the playbook to get something just to move the football. Y'all can't pick up 3rd and 5s. You got to do all of that to get to the 30-something yard line. Yeah, It's not happening. Our future said, Steve Tran, be honest, do we really miss the offensive players we lost to the NFL? I would say we miss Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jordan Whittington.
Yeah, I mean, those guys were awesome. But
Jatavian Sanders would be great depth at tight end.
But I'm also happy that this is how good our guys are. You guys saw what Xavier Worthy did opening night. That was this guy that was a starter for us, right, last year. A.D. Mitchell starting for the Colts. Jatavian Sanders will be starting at tight end tomorrow for Carolina Panthers against the Saints. That's 3 pass catchers from your offense that are opening day NFL starters.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the reason why I'm going to say we don't miss them in terms of this year, because we got Matthew Golden and Isaiah Bond because they wanted to get the same development push that A.D. Mitchell and them got out of the portal. It's we trying to build up, this is the best offense that's also going to get me ready for the NFL. And look at Matthew Golden. Now he's become A.D. Mitchell touchdown machine guy. Isaiah Bond is running those outrights and the number one option off of RPO the same way Worthy was. So they went to fulfill those spots because of what those NFL guys did. Like I said, with Gunnar Helm waiting his turn, and how good he's been. Gunnar Helm's been fantastic. So, I mean, I only say Jonathan Brooks because of the injuries.
And I hope the other players on the team who haven't gotten a ton of balls thrown their way, Jonte Cook, even though he's produced, DeAndre Moore have seen this, that it is a process. And if people are producing at a high rate, you're up next if you just stay with the path. But I will let everyone know, within a year or so, Ringo's going to be our number one. It's obvious.
Oh, my God.
It's obvious.
Dude, he touches the football and gets 55 yards. I mean,
effortlessly, it looked like.
He's probably kicking himself that he didn't
score. Yeah, exactly. I said the same thing.
Hey, Derek, your nephew balled out today. And I'm very proud of how he stepped up. Tough runner inside, protecting the football, blocking as well. He's a 3-dimensional football player. We knew about your nephew, bro, last year when he was eating people on special teams. That's a culture setter. Trey White, that's a culture guy. That's a Tashard Choice guy. That's a DeSoto guy. Because them DeSoto boys just be beating up on people left to right. But that's what that's about, right? And so it's just really, really dope to see that progression.
True story. Jordan got mad at Jaden Blue in his NCAA game and started Wisner over a fumble.
Hey, our boy in here, Oliver. What's up, man? Thank you for the $5.
OV.
What's up, man? That y'all don't know how long Oliver and me, Tran. This is way before YouTube.
It should be us knowing each other should be having it's bar mitzvah or something like that. It should be 13 years or so. Quinceañera.
Oni Kuno has said, what has happened to our beloved conference? As a retroactive founding members of the SEC, are we not ashamed of this out-of-conference performance as of late? Great win today over the cheaters.
Isn't OU known for Brent Venables stealing signs? That's what they're rumored to do.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But
yes.
but it's not like as egregious, like fake mustache, Navy SEAL type guys. Like, it's like more
wearing a
the
Minnesota hat.
not that type of stuff. Yeah, let me. Yeah, it's more. What was I gonna say? Okay, I got that one out of it. Yeah, belt to ass, straight up, straight belt to ass. Marlon, hey, I want to give shout out to Marlon because Marlon texted me on the first drive today, and I'm vouching for you, Marlon, because this is true. Marlon texted me on the first drive today, and he said Quinn is locked in. I don't know who this quarterback is, but he is here today. Marlon knew. He's like, I could see it on his face, and your anxiety seemed to be gone, brother, about Quinn. But that's what you've been looking for, and I get it. I get it. Like, hey, this guy has been this highly touted prospect and recruit, and all this big hubbubaloo since he was at Soft Lake Carroll, and forget the arch stuff. We got to remember what Quinn was as a prospect and the way people talked about him as a sophomore in high school. Let's not forget that. This is development, right? And development meeting the natural gifts and abilities that we know he has in terms of arm talent. That throw right before halftime, Tran, when I think it was after Loveland coughed up that ball, and he hits Matthew Golden outside shoulder rolling left. He made that look so easy. That's not an easy throw.
No.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, Mukuba was unreal. I know pass rush wise, I know there was a little some of that is just Michigan still pretty good with their pass pro. I mean, Colin Simmons was eating. That's one person who was getting home. I wanted, Trey Moore had some good reps. Other guys, whether it's Barron Sorrell or Ethan Burke or whoever we get in there at defensive end, yeah, we definitely want to see more pressure. I think Vernon Broughton played very well today, by the way, especially against the run. I think Vernon's going to grade well. But Vernon's actually starting to become a little bit of a menace in terms of interior pass rush and at least pushing the pocket. So I'm encouraged from what I saw from what I'm seeing from VB. Again, I think they will be better in the D line down the road than they are today.
What honestly, what do you want to see differently? I get the pass rush. You want to see us get to the quarterback a little bit faster and off the ball speed and everything like that. But we held a team that's predominantly run to under 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 interceptions on a team, and I honestly think it might be by design. Just keep him in the pocket and just give him enough heat where he throws and makes a bad decision. It could be that. I haven't been watching the UTSA game on what type of offense they run. Is this because if they try to go quick against us, they're going to get smoked. So if they want to try to do that,
it's pretty much the same stuff they were doing with Frank Harris a couple of years ago. I mean, it's funny because Owen McCown is actually left-handed too, but they don't have the same dogs that they had. I know. I mean, they didn't cover against Kennesaw State, bro. In week 1, I should have known better than picking them to cover against Texas State. That was stupid on my part. But I don't care because Texas won. Texas covered. I bet on Texas today too, and they covered.
Yeah, one of my friend Pat, our friend Pat, he asked me. He goes, "What do you think? How do you think the game's going?" And I don't usually respond to text until after the game, which I didn't do for the most part, except for him. I said, "Michigan's a good team. We're beating the spread." That's all I said to him.
D Money, thank you for the super chat. I've been subscribed to you since 2018, Steven. You've come a long way. Congrats on finally covering a good program. Thank you. It is so much fun. You guys should try it. It is so much fun. Thank you for that. I
His
appreciate
picture is amazing. His picture is amazing.
D Money can't get money. Oh my goodness. Kentucky stinks. Yeah, whoever compared us to Notre Dame, we have an offense. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, people don't listen, bro. Number one, we kept saying Sark, year 3 quarterback. That's, there's a baseline. Especially if we don't turn the ball over and dick around, we're getting 30 points minimum, bro. Now, we've lost before, but people like Washington scored like 37. But at least we have a baseline, bro. And some of y'all come in here with some funky ass quarterback play. You're not beating Texas, fam. That you're not this year. Last year, the 2 quarterbacks that beat us was Michael Penix and Dylan Gabriel.
Both in the Heisman? Weren't
Right.
they both in the Heisman race?
You're not beating us with no mid-ass quarterback anymore. That's not happening. You're going to need whoever your guy is to be playing at an extremely high level. I will tell you that right now.
Agreed.
That's not happening anymore. Because I'm hearing people getting loud talking about who we've played. Who have you played?
For real.
Why? How are we getting
the only
who have you played?
Who was the LSU dude who chimed in on us? I mean, at least
Chile.
they played USC. Yeah, Chile. Okay, Chile. Yeah, at least they played USC, and it was a good game. It was competitive.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They didn't even cover against Kennesaw State, bro. Like, this isn't let's not let's not get confused here.
You know, I feel good about this team is when Colorado State was some fans walked by us and he fist bumped me. He goes, "Go Rams, right?" And I go, "Enjoy your time while you're here." That's all I said. Responded to him.
Yeah, before you said that to him before kickoff too.
Enjoy your time while you're here.
Because I know you leaving early.
And I don't talk trash. I just
no, you don't.
I just keep my mouth shut and just keep going. But now I just thought I'd hit him with a little jab back.
We maybe we can get something together during the bye week, because I know we all got tight schedules and whatnot. But absolutely, man. It's funny because we all talk every day, so all the time in the group chat, it'd be going crazy. But no, for content's sake, I keep forgetting, for content's sake, for you guys to actually see the conversations. That's different.
Dude, everyone everyone who's texting me goes, "Where's Homer at? Where's Homer?" They were just texting me "Yeah, where's Homer? He hasn't posted a video or anything."
So this week, I was like, "Yo, the people, Nipple Wonder, just want to send y'all another because today was dope. Thank you. You hear every chat, bro. So
hell yeah,
appreciate it. You guys today was really dope. This is the fun part of therapy. Therapy doesn't all have to be negative, folks. You can go to your therapist and tell them about your wins, about a good day at work, good day with your spouse, or a great afternoon with your football team. Quinn looked like a playmaker today, not just a guy running the offense. He did make some stuff happen off script. He should have been rewarded for that DeAndre Moore touchdown. That was playmaker, right? And he was a smart one. He wasn't doing even like Jalen Hurts. I don't know how many people watched the Packers-Eagles game last night in Brazil, but I could have swore I saw Jalen Hurts a couple times throwing back across the middle of the field. And I think he threw a pick to Jai Alexander. Quinn wasn't doing that. If the play was dead, the play was dead. But if there was a play to be made, he would make it. And that's where you want your quarterback to be. It was a beautiful quarterback play today.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There was a couple times at the goal line where He didn't see anyone. Just threw it down at the feet.
Kill it. We live to fight another down.
Yeah, exactly.
I just hope we don't have a Wyoming-like performance against UTSA. Look, y'all need to stop being scared. This is a different.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all,
It's
this
different.
is a different because there's people behind our starters who are dying to get on the field, and when they get on the field, they are immediately making plays. Next week, I'm gonna tell you right now, Arch is going to play a lot next week.
Yes.
The next 2 weeks. Ryan Wingo is going to play a lot the next 2 weeks. Jared Gibson's going to play a lot the next 2 weeks. These people, Derek Williams is going to play a lot the next 2 weeks. Colin Simmons. Keep going down the list of young guys. Kobe Black. Right? You can pick a tight end. Jonte Cook. Some of the younger receivers.
The punter will not play a lot.
They are hungry. Right. We have a freshman punter. We've seen the guy twice.
Twice.
But like, yeah, look, I'm not even. This is not even trying to sound arrogant. It's just what we're seeing on film. The same way y'all said, look, Steve, Tran, y'all being too harsh. Even Homer, y'all being too harsh about last year. No, because they weren't executing.
Yep.
It had nothing to do with the talent. They're just more mature now. They're more mature. Did anybody see the Gary Patterson tweet today? Did anybody see the Gary Patterson tweet? Gary Patterson, let me actually, I'll pull it up real quick. Because I thought it was very, very well said. And I'll put it up here real quick. Look at this trend. Not surprised by Texas first half. They were young and talented 2 seasons ago in Sark's second year. They have grown up in year 4. He knew because he was there. He's like, yo, these guys were good 2 years ago. They were just babies. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody we have a lot of respect for, right? And somebody who, again, was in the room, was with these kids. He knows a lot of these kids, offense and defense. And he's saying they were just young. All they needed was a little time in the incubator. So don't worry, like before. When I tell you, Tran, I didn't have nerves before this game. You remember last week we were saying it's crazy that we don't even feel like we're questioning the outcome of the Colorado State game. It's more like we're looking to see certain things. That's because they've earned the benefit of the doubt. Like you said, we have a good football team and you should be scared of it. Enjoy it.
Yeah,
this is how we used to enjoy wins in the O. Yeah. The fans bullied me back into making the breakdown.
I'm glad they did. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, we needed it like that. Like you was that break. Man. I did. I said UTSA was a lock. I'm a dummy for that. I deserve to be cooked.
I'll say it. UTSA is a lock. We're winning that game. I'll say it.
No, I'm talking. No, he's talking about. About against Texas State.
I'll take the pushback because I'll be like, hey, maybe our team's not that good if we lost to UTSA.
Look, what's up, Richard? Is that Richard? Richard Corrigan? You're the only RC that I know from Japan. So I'm pretty sure this is Richard Corrigan who went live earlier today. So it's cool to see you on represent from Japan. Thank you for your service from abroad, stationed out there. Having fun. I saw you wearing your burnt orange too, brother. So hook them all the way from the States here in Texas. Isaac has been saying 7-0 since the beginning, or 12-0. So he's on pace.
Isaac, I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right.
Me
But
too.
I hope you're right. I will definitely give you all the shout outs in the world for you being correct at that and telling us all year.
Bama looks shaky. What's going on in the Bama game?
Yeah, I'm very interested
playing
in this
USF?
Tennessee game too. Yeah, they were shaky last year against USF, but at the same time,
That was the game they benched
benched
Milrow.
Milrow. Yeah, they
lied. They lied. Did they
and,
say they lied and said he was hurt or something?
no, they benched him.
Nah, Texas has matured. Oh, I missed another. Dimple Wonder's just throwing them out here today. Another one. Could y'all believe that Michigan receiver chest pounding after the TD? Pathetic stuff. Hey, man,
Hey, I don't care. If Jordan ever is on a team, a D1 team, and he's on a national stage and he scores a touchdown, I want him going nuts.
My boy is just happy to be there, dog. You couldn't tell that young man Nathan. He made a great play.
Let him have fun. Let him have fun.
Because they about to get it in the locker room,
Yeah.
in film room too. So, I do think Michigan. I mean, I need to look at the rest of their schedule. They really got to figure something out with quarterback though. The Alex Orji thing and the play calling too. Kirk Campbell and Sherrone Moore need to work something out there because we clearly had the defense. We clearly had a whole package. You remember the first time Alex Orji came in? I think we called a timeout.
No, you see Alex Collins like signal to the whole team in the middle of the game. He knew exactly.
And they went to a whole package, and they had the D for it. Period. Yep. So it's like, all right. And if this guy's not going to throw out of that look, then it's just basically Wildcat type stuff, which we're already so much more faster and explosive than you are. How's that going to work? They need to find some quarterback play if it's not Davis Warren. No disrespect to the young man. Great story coming back from leukemia.
Yeah.
And everything. Very, very proud of that kid. It's crazy just to be able to play D1 football after what he's been through. But for the last 3 hours, your ass was ours, bro.
Yeah.
That leukemia stuff was not at the top of our mind. Executing the game plan was, but respectfully.
Yep.
So they need to find something. They do. I mean, that was tough to watch. If I was not if I was just an objective football fan watching, I would be like, yo, that quarterback situation is kind of brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Not my problem. Let's see. Sending Orgy out there just to make him do what everybody was expecting him to do. He didn't have a shot. They didn't even let him get his legs going. No. Yeah. Right? They really thought, like, you had people out here saying, if we just keep it, like Tran said up top, if we just keep them to 2 touchdowns and we figure out what? Listen to yourself.
Well, no, the thing about the keep them to 2 touchdowns, because I feel like if you hold the team to 2 touchdowns, you have a very good shot at winning. With that said, name how many times Sark with Texas has scored less than 2 touchdowns.
It was TCU as Quinn's freshman year.
Same TCU team that beat a better Michigan team in the playoffs. And then the first one was the Bo Davis explosion.
Yeah, those are you're right.
Those are the only 2.
Yeah, other than that, we putting points up. So yeah, you need a top level QB to beat us. And we'll look at the schedule, right? I mean, if you look at the schedule coming forward, Carson Beck, Jackson Arnold has the talent,
100% the talent.
Right? Out of respect, Jackson Arnold.
That's all
Florida,
I could
no.
think of. How
Vanderbilt,
did DJ,
I do like Vanderbilt quarterback.
How did
DJ? I wouldn't say he's elite.
Yeah, but he's not going to come in here and beat us. Oh well, he's not. How's the league? How did he do today? Or have they played
has
yet?
Florida already played? I don't know. I haven't,
because I know they're starting him.
They're playing like Mercer State or somebody terrible. I personally, I like Beck more than most people. I think the problem, this is just me. I think he's really good. I think their offense, their scheme is missing something since Todd Monken went to the Baltimore Ravens. Mm-hmm. That offense does not look like the Georgia offense that I saw Stetson running a couple years ago with Monken, with George Pickens, Blad McConkey, Jermaine Burton, all them dudes. Their offense looks very, very straightforward. But that's yeah. The scheme at Georgia's what Bobo's running there is he's running the watered down version of what Todd Monken was doing. That's what I see with Georgia. And you're not look, they miss Brock Bowers. It's okay to say that. Now you're gonna have to get Georgia. This is just looking ahead. You're gonna have to also make them play offense too, because they're gonna sit on that. Kirby's gonna sit on his defense and stand on business, same way he did against Clemson. So I agree. Yeah, I mean, I do like Vanderbilt's quarterback's fun as hell though. Diego, he's fun. If y'all haven't seen him,
but I mean, he's the best player.
The other quarterbacks in the conference, we don't see Nussmeier, we don't see Milroe, we don't see Nico.
We don't see Nico. Yep.
So who's gonna put the fear of God in Texas as a quarterback, other than the people we've already named potentially, that are going to threaten this defense realistically
from here on out? Who's the quarterback for Louisiana Monroe?
General Booty.
Is it really?
Yeah. Okay. And they didn't even want to put him in the game a couple years ago when he was on OU.
See, I was just being
I'm not joking.
Right
General Booty.
I was just being a dick.
General Booty is as far as last I checked.
Yeah, I was just being. I love how you just answered it immediately, like General Booty.
I did not hear Will Johnson's name called, and yeah, maybe that's one, Homer. I think we're gonna have to look back at the tape to see the reps. But I think you're right. I think Sark just worked away from him, and I think Sark and Quinn were very, very intentional about ball control and making sure that they didn't put the ball too much in harm's way, or because there's also some play calls that can be risky, right? For example, like when they did take that shot to Bolden, they made sure he was finally matched up where there was no like safety help in the middle of the field, and we didn't hit it, but that was the right time. That was the right angle and read to throw that ball. They didn't do a whole bunch of like, well, we're throwing a shot and we're going to try to split these safeties and all this type of stuff. They were throwing to space. That's why I said the theme of the week was space. They were throwing to space, and I thought the broadcast did a really good job of highlighting that.
Speaking of highlighting, can you highlight Homer's next comment where he says, "I just noticed Sark targeted 20 over and over and over again." It was kind of mean, actually. It was like, it looks like first and foremost, he's working on his breakdown. So congrats to everyone else. Secondly, I don't think that that's mean at all. I think that Sark is doing his job. It's not our fault you have him back there, and we found out that he can't guard.
I mean, he was getting worked on in the Fresno tape.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that. Like it's not our fault. Put someone else in there.
I mean, when we've had weak links, and Lord knows people have exploited us
all the time.
Oh my goodness.
I'll never forget that one Baylor game that you and I went to, and what's his name went down, and what did Aranda do? Blitz right up the middle where the new guard came in, right? That's what you should do.
Yeah, you replace. Yeah. Remember when DJ Campbell? Yeah, it was DJ Campbell when
DJ Campbell. Yeah, he came in. Yeah,
first snaps, and they ran this stunt right at him as soon as he got in there. They didn't even wait for him. And look at him now. You see, those are growing pains. You got to go through that. Even if you're a 5-star player, right? You got to. It takes. They immediately send heat.
Here you go. So, while the guy's getting carted off, like his replacement, you attack.
No chill. Jaden Blue juked that guy out his cleats, bro. 20. That was a highlight that they were showing on ESPN. When he caught the. Also, Michigan just had some breakdowns too. The last Jaden Blue touchdown should never happen, by the way. Like the leverage situation where nobody went with him and they gave up outside leverage on like pre-snap. I thought it was a joke. I'm like, y'all really nobody? What's going on with the comms, coach? I could see. I swear to God, if you were the defensive coordinator, you would have broke a clipboard if that happened to you.
Not my responsibility, so I don't care. So I don't care. I'm moving on to next week. Dude, I get upset when we don't keep contained.
I saw Jaden Blue motion, and I'm like, wait a sec, nobody. And then the ball was snapped, and it's like they just gave up leverage for. It's not supposed to be this easy.
Legitimately, this win was a bigger theft that we've had on Michigan since we stole Xavier Worthy.
I know, man. I know. That's the thing too. Whether it's true or not, and it was true today. The speed to me.
No, I just think our speed is fast.
I think our speed is crazy because we said that we saw it in person last week. Our speed is crazy, but it was noticeable on just watching the broadcast. It was noticeable in the first quarter. Texas is just faster. However, the Big Ten allegations are back up. You know they are now. I mean, because brothers look like they couldn't run. Like they look like they couldn't run. Colorado, sorry y'all. I'm about to go watch the.
I have it up right here as well, just on my phone. What's his name? The Patrick Mahomes 2.0 drove down immediately first drive. Yeah, and scored a touchdown. It's 7-0.
Nice. That kid looks sharp, man.
Yeah.
His dad was NFL 15-year NFL center too.
Yeah. I also think that Matt Rule is a very good coach.
And he builds programs.
What he did with Baylor after everyone left, and then in 2 years he was the Big 12 championship. He was the Big 12 champion. It's extremely impressive. He looks like a pug, but He's a good coach.
Next year, Ohio State at the Horseshoe. Who knows? Maybe CDC schedules Penn State and Happy Valley because we're Road Warriors. Who knows? We might see Will Howard yet again next year if he's still there. If Aaron Nolan hasn't taken over at quarterback for Ohio State, at least I mean. But these games are fun for us as college football fans, and the our non-conference schedule before we really start SEC play and really get hunkered down into that. It's just fun to be in these environments, to see your team get tested, to see your team play in a place they've never played before, to see burnt orange during the fall in Michigan. It's crazy. We've only played. It's crazy. We've only played Michigan twice. We're now 2-0 against them.
Yeah,
but we've only played them twice, and as historic as both of these schools are, and as many wins there are between the two, almost 2,000 wins between the two schools. So
it's awesome. It's awesome to see. Honestly, I agree. It really is. I'm glad that we aren't taking the traditional route and scheduling a whole bunch of cupcakes. I'm glad we get to see this, and I think that the playoffs is giving us the ability to start seeing more blue bloods or big time programs play each other in non-conference because it's not that big of a loss.
Yeah, we picked up Myron Charles.
The D tackle.
Yeah, from Florida State. That was a flip. Brother, welcome to freedom. Number one.
Welcome to freedom.
Because that Florida State situation, you about to be locked up for the next few years, bro. That's rough down there. I knew Florida State was about to hit a turn for the worse after signing day when people were flipping. People don't remember that. And then they got a bad batch out the portal. Oh no. Nah, but we out here cooking, man. And recruits are seeing this too. That's the other thing. Recruiting, the story, the narrative of Texas, the publicity that they're getting. The fact that everyone picked us, and that not only did Texas deliver, but you got, analysts like Joel Klatt on there talking crazy on Colin Cowherd, talking about this might be the new Bama and all this type of stuff. And look, it's cool to hear that, and it's a good thing that the program. I'd rather it be positive stuff than otherwise, but week to week, like you said about playing cupcakes, like we scheduled Michigan, and we have an SEC schedule, and we still have UTSA and ULM next couple of weeks, and it's like I want competitive reps. You know what I mean? Like I want us to get that work. But also, it's important for us to get healthy before conference play too. And so I think this is a good balance of getting really good non-con work and then also getting enough time for your young guys to get in, get some playing time, and truly, truly be ready for conference play depth-wise. I'm going to go for like 10 more minutes here. We'll go to the 1:30 mark, if you don't mind, Sharon.
So y'all got 30 minutes, guys. I remember we started that one time, and we started talking about like the crappy 80s football movies. We went down a rabbit hole for 2 more hours.
We can't do that today. Damn, nobody
they're cooking you right now.
Damn, nobody respected my 10-minute mark. They said they really, when we were in here that night watching the Philadelphia garbage kicking miracle with Tony Danza. Oh my goodness. They had civilians in the locker room giving speeches to pro football players. 1 hour incoming.
One of these days, he's just going to get upset just in the chat and don't even close out.
You know what? No, somebody, I think it was Steven Anderson said up top, I was going to be in here smiling ear to ear. You're damn right. I have waited too long. I have suffered too much. We have been through too much for us not to enjoy this. And you should enjoy it because these are the things you can tell. Like I enjoyed '05 win over Ohio State. I still remember that game so well because I took the time to enjoy it. Like I don't just look back at the Natty that year. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the OU game when we whooped OU's ass when we beat Ohio State. I enjoyed
Came back to Ohio State.
The 70-3 Colorado Big 12 championship game. Like these are things like celebrated. Like, you know, because I know some people have texted me already and say, all right, you know, on to the next one, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, you got as a fan, that's for the players and the staff and them to do. As a fan, to me, soak this up because it helps you recall and tell the story and the narrative of the season. You know? And it's dope.
Yeah, it is, man.
Jalen Monroe just juked the dude so hard his helmet came off. That sounds funny to read.
I would like to see that, though.
I gotta go find that. Nah, 49-0 was Nirvana. Homer, we were together during the year before that first half. That when Xavier Worthy caught the screen to open the game, went 80 yards. That was the game before was Nirvana that turned into a nightmare all at once. But yeah, 49-0 is just like utter domination. But that's why I'm saying we gotta give these dudes OU. We gotta give OU the Bama treatment. Give them the Michigan treatment. Lock in those weeks, and that includes the staff. Because you can tell. I know when the team's locked in now. No doubt about it. It was like the Bama where they weren't getting it. Everything was just executing. No matter what the play call was. It could be a simple play call. Also think about it this way too, Tran. A lot of the plays we ran today was our normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ran. I mean, there was some stuff that was pretty cool, like the one to Quinn where he rolled to the left, the sprint rollout to Golden. That was a pretty cool play from that hash.
I would have to watch it again, but I don't remember where the screen was. It looked like it was a tight end screen that was just right off the line.
We did one of those.
We
didn't run anything great.
No,
what I did think was more creative was our run game, was our running plays. I thought the way we made counter look was creative. The way we ran power, right, or off tackle stuff. I thought the inverted looks were creative. I'll give them that. We opened the game in 21 personnel, right? We played a lot of 21 personnel early, just to screw around with Michigan's keys. That's when I knew Sark was already in his bag. I'm like, he's not messing around. So we ran a lot of base stuff, but he put a lot of really good window dressing on it. I felt like. You know, some people coming into this game, some people said Michigan smells like 2020 LSU. I'm not here to say that, but that's what the streets were saying.
Nope. I agree with that. I agree. We were way more creative because we also pushed the ball down. We took shots down the field. Like this one, we knew what they like to do is they like to jump routes. So we were finding little open spots and dropping it down and just taking what the defense gave us. We controlled the clock. Like I think you brought it up, is that this is the first time in a long time against another big program that we were able to control the clock.
Really? Like, I mean, we did it at the end of the Bama game, crazy, but like other big games, like that we've won, right? Even that we've won, TOP will either be even or slightly towards the opponent. We dominated TOP. Now, it's a lot of things that play into that. Quarterback, their quarterback unable to execute third down, the lack of receiving talent. I mean, he put one ball out there where the kid had a chance to move the chains and it went through his hands, right? Those will kill your TOP. When stuff like that starts happening and you go run, pass, and it's 3rd and 4 and it's 4th and 4 and you're off the field, yeah, that'll screw up your TOP. So, I mean, we haven't even really started throwing shots like that, if we want to be real, in both games.
It's true.
A lot of our stuff has been our normal screen game, which we're a screen team, and then intermediate, and Quinn being surgical. Now, some of the stuff downfield where he stepped up in the pocket today and was able to complete it to Gunner or some of the receivers on a crosser, those are technically deep plays. But in terms of like bombs, no, we haven't really. And you know what? Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl last year
Free.
without ever throwing a damn bomb because he didn't even have personnel to throw a bomb.
Yeah.
Now my wife's in here looking for your son. That's crazy.
I gotta deflate that kid's ego.
Yeah, my wife wants to see Jordan.
Deflate that kid's ego.
Trent be holding him back. He's holding the talent back. You got him back there like Ryan Wingo, dog. You got
I love how you came downstairs the next morning. You're like, don't let Jordan look at the comments, bro. That's what you said. Before we leave, I can get him up here if y'all really want him. Hold on, let me get him up here.
Oh man, I said bring him in. We need the closer. Now we'll get him up here to talk his trash. What's up, D-Train? D-Train in here too, man. D-Train, what's up, baby? Let's go. No, Sark is not. No, Homer was saying it earlier. We all of us football people, we're all seeing the same thing. This man has not gone crazy in his bag yet. He's doing good stuff in the run game. I think the run game stuff needs to be studied because he's doing some really cool stuff in the run game. But the deep passing stuff, because the speed and stuff that we have, he really isn't like going crazy. This has just been like, all right, we'll just take what the defense gives us. Like some of the RPO stuff was either find space, throwing in the space, or they're playing soft.
Busted in.
Sup, boys?
What's up, man?
Big win.
How we doing?
You want the headphones?
Bet.
Want the headphones? There you go. That way you can hear him. You gotta scoot over a little bit. Yeah, I'll scoot over. There you go.
Jordan, how you doing, sir?
Good.
What were your thoughts on today's game, man? Did you enjoy yourself?
We did a party, so.
Bro, we beat Michigan. I need your unfiltered opinion right now. What's going on?
It was the Ryan Wingo run. That was his favorite play.
I guess.
Stupid.
He's like, y'all got me up here. I was on playing my game, minding my business. What was your favorite play today, Jordan?
I like this one where Quinn threw the ball to DeAndre Moore.
He didn't.
But it got called back. but I kind of like that play.
Okay. No, you told me
I
you
agree.
liked the long run with Ryan Wingo where he almost scored a touchdown.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Now the DeAndre Moore play was sick because it was off. It was Quinn playmaking, and I want DeAndre to get rewarded. I hope Sark
What does that line say?
blesses him in a
That's on the
couple.
screen.
Oh, he said, "Does he play?"
Change it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he does. Nash, he does.
Jordan, I got one more question for you because I don't want to bother you too much. What about defense? What did you see from the Texas defense today? What were your thoughts there?
Malik Muhammad, the one that I saw, I didn't really see all the game, but when he made that tackle with Ant Hill against number 7 on their team or something.
Edwards.
Donovan
Yeah.
Edwards.
Yeah. I feel like that was like a really good tackle.
All right. Man, y'all were there partying, man. He's like, I don't even. Well, hey, the next game, I'll come see you down there. We'll talk more ball though, Jordan. Thanks for coming on and sharing your opinion. We appreciate it.
Milroe got hurt.
Milroe got hurt. Is this true?
That's what someone said. I don't know. Dimple said it.
Jay Bevo Horn said, Jordan, what's your thoughts on OU?
They suck.
There you go. We standing on business out here today. That's the right answer, sir. Thank you.
They suck.
Oh, man. Nebraska got a pick 6? Damn. Said attaboy. All right. Well, let me talk to your dad. We about to wrap up here. I appreciate you.
Throw the horns.
Throwing them horns up.
Throw the horns up, buddy. Thank you.
Hook 'em.
He busted in and he goes, he busted in and he goes, they wanted me, I told you. Go, get out of here. Get out of here, fool.
Is there anybody else that we didn't give flowers to that deserve flowers?
Did we say Tashard Choice?
We did. We talked about
we talked about Tashard Choice. I thought that he was phenomenal.
I have somebody I want to give flowers to.
Go ahead.
Johnny Nansen. I don't know. Since you've been here, bro, the defense just feels different, bro. I mean, and I know it's personnel and a lot, but I want to give some flowers to Coach Nansen. I'm seeing anytime you go 7 quarters without allowing a touchdown to open the season before you finally give up a touchdown with 2 minutes left in the 8th quarter of the season, you're doing something right. That's good defense. I don't know who you're playing. That's legit. And it's on the road too. So I've been impressed with Johnny Nansen. I'm glad that Leifau avoided that BS targeting, whatever that was. I don't even know how you review targeting when there was no flag thrown and we were just about to move on to the next play and he hit the guy in the hole. But his guy's been flying around, so I want to give some flowers to Johnny Nansen. I think he's rubbed off on both our coverage comms and just us being better tied together and some of the package stuff that we've been showing. I thought we showed some exotic looks. We actually didn't go blitz crazy, though.
No, we did not.
We really didn't. We did not send heaters like that today.
That's a good call out for him. What about Coach Banks? Like one little small thing that I noticed about him was he was doing that thing where we kick it a little bit short, and our speed is normally so fast that we tackle him around the 15 and play the field position game. I like how he changed his plan of action after the first one where they got it to like the 28. He didn't just keep going back to the well with it. He said, "All right, screw it, just kick it deep. Our defense is doing well. We're good to go." I really like that. I'm not necessarily saying that he deserves flowers for that, but I just like that he was able to like bite his pride because he prides himself on his special team speed and their ability to make plays, and he's just like, all right, we'll take it from the 25.
Yeah, that's probably the last thing I'll say negative for the game.
Kicking.
I do want to see more natural pass rush, both interior and exterior. Just if we have to critique anything, even though Colin Simmons to me is quickly becoming, if not already, your best natural pass rusher. He can create pressure on his own with his athleticism, but the rest of them, we need. I think we do need better pass rush moving forward. And obviously the execution with pre-snap penalties. Both weeks we've had too many. Week 1, too many snap infractions. We had that problem. Week 2 on the road, Big Cam had some issues. The good news is these are very correctable.
Yep.
But it does need to be cleaned up because against a good ball club in a tight game, those things can really hurt you, and they can be drive killers. But Texas was saying, every time we got behind in the chains, we overcame it, which was crazy, but we did. So give him a lot of credit there. Oh yeah, Brianna loved the Bijan tweet. Oh yeah, Bijan. Yeah, when he was in the portal and helping him out when he first got here. For those who don't know, when Quinn first got here, Bijan was his lifting partner in the weight room when Quinn wasn't, had to get the body right. So baby, this is a good comment, right?
Yeah, he had to lose that. He had to lose that Big Ten fat. That slow fat ass of his. when Steven,
they showed him in his Ohio State pads.
When Steven used to make fun of him, he'd be like, he has no athleticism whatsoever.
We have come a long way. We have, but Bijan, so you gotta work. You gotta work on your body. You gotta get right. Yo, Bijan was standing on business on Twitter today.
He was attacking everyone.
They ran out of gas before they got there. I've never heard him talk like that. Bro said no Big Ten fat. No Big Ten fat. Oh man.
They're built for the cold weather, small, you know what I'm saying?
He had a lot of, we're talking like body fat percentage was off, bro. Yeah. He's gotten to the proper ratio now. Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is the part of the chat. Good.
Where things go off the rails. Yeah. No Big Ten fat allowed here. Hypothetical question: if Cosme had Flood as his O-line coach, he'd be an All-American first-round pick. Yes. First of all, I didn't even know that he's supposed to be a guard. How about that? Like, the guy's like borderline all-pro guard in the NFL. So we had him playing tackle, and he was a really good tackle for us. But I remember NFL people saying his technique was out of control, and that's why he fell to the second round. And then the NFL people got him, moved him to guard, and now he's one of the best guards.
He's banking.
Just signed a 4 or 5 year deal, and he's one of the best guards in the NFL.
Congrats, by the way.
Kyle Flood would have figured that out. Yeah. No disrespect to Herb Ham, but there's levels to this. Cosme just got there off of sheer talent and will. But shout out to him and his family. They're awesome folks, and very happy for the financial success. This people I got to understand on some real life stuff. That's real life changing money. On all seriousness, I hope that Worthy, Brooks, Jatavian, AD, Jay Witt, all of them get to their second contract because, like Cosme just did, because that's really life changing money for their families, for what's to come, to make sure that they are taken care of when football is no longer on the table for them. It's why guys fight to hold out. It's why, because you could get hurt tomorrow and they ain't gonna give you that money you thought you were gonna get. So when you do earn that and you sign that contract and you get that first deposit from that signing bonus, that's an emotional day. A lot of people don't think about that. We think of athletes in a very distant sense. But if you guys have ever had family members or friends or people that that have been on that level that finally get to earn that type of money or that type of extension, is something to be celebrated. And it's also something to be celebrated from our program for recruiting, as people are coming here and we want top tier guys trained. You said it. I want my 5 stars to look like 5 stars. I love that quote because it's true. And if you're a 5-star, you're thinking I have a chance to be a first round pick if I stay healthy. They only name like 25 to 28 kids 5 stars. It's less than the amount of first round picks every year. So,
but to that point, thinking this game, how many of those 5 stars balled out today? Anthony Hill. Let's name some of them. Anthony Hill, Quinn Ewers, Colin Simmons,
Ryan Wingo,
Kelvin Banks, Ryan Wingo.
I was going to say that.
Thanks, Jordan. It's like we just named 5 off the top of our heads.
He said, "I'm getting shirts nice. Made. No Big Tim, no Big Tim fat." Oh man, DJ Campbell.
DJ Campbell, yep, DJ Campbell. Wait, but wasn't Cam a lot? Stop it, Jordan. Wasn't Cam I can't think of his name right now. Wasn't Cam a higher prospect than ours? Like, wasn't he the top offensive lineman?
Derek Williams was a 5-star.
Cam
Williams? No, Cam Williams was like a 4-star.
I thought he was the top prospect.
He actually had to lose weight from Duncanville.
Gotcha.
Because he was more pass pro ready than run ready at the time. But DJ Campbell was the top guard in his class.
DJ was okay. That's my bad.
Yeah, from Arlington. DJ Campbell was top guard in his class. DJ Campbell technically was higher rated than Kelvin Banks.
Yeah,
but they were both top of their. But to answer the question, the 5 stars are playing like 5 stars. That's the point. Yeah, Campbell was the top 10 player in the country. Yes, I did see RG3's tweet. 5-star players and 5-star culture. And Texas has it all. And I saw his tweet about us going on the road and raiding another person's fridge.
I hate that they took him off TV.
Let's see here. I'm good to go though. I want to give a shout out to the sponsors autograph. I saw somebody earlier that was talking about downloading the app. Great app. Loyal fans. Ticket. Even WNBA tickets in there for all you guys that want to see WNBA playoffs coming up. I'm serious. I like WNBA basketball, especially now we got people like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and all these dynamic women players. They got tickets on there for the playoffs coming up. They got NFL, NBA, college. They had Michigan tickets. They got UTSA tickets on there. And they don't even have like additional fees. If you look at the tickets on there compared to these other apps, they are very competitive. and you get points and access for loyalty, access to other things like special merch, signed autographs, all sorts of things. So all sorts of interactive things that Tom Brady and crew have put on that app. Shout out to Tom Brady for allowing us to come up to his house and stomp all over Michigan. I saw my man hiding out in Cleveland because I know he got to call the Cowboys game tomorrow. But Derek Jeter is on site. Charles Woodson, all the boys.
Did Derek Jeter
giving them that smoke.
Do the little kid the tip of the hat to us after we whoop that ass?
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you guys. Tran, appreciate you as well, brother.
Jordan,
it's been fun.
Same by.
What?
The same by.
Horns always up.
Bye. Wait, what?
Okay.
You guys want me to do the slick